Good morning, good afternoon. Holy, it's almost 1. So I tried doing this yesterday while we were camping and it just wasn't working. So I'm just coming on here today to show you. I wanted to give you, now that we are out of lockdown officially for the first day, I wanted to just refresh your memories with some of my thrifting tips. I feel I'm a professional thrifter. I've been doing it for so long and I just love it so much. And if you follow along with us, you will know that 90% of my kitchen was thrifted, which is why we were able to do it in $15,000 and turn 3 rooms into 1, which is incredible. Our goal was to do it in 10,000, but we ended up needing new flooring and a new refrigerator. So that went beyond our budget. So if we didn't need that stuff, we would have stayed within our budget, which I think is phenomenal. So anyways, an average kitchen, if you were to hire somebody and do what we did to it, probably would have cost somewhere upwards of $75,000 or more. So we are like the ultimate thrifters. I'm very frugal, but it's not just about saving money. It's also about helping the earth because there is so much waste. I remember watching I don't know if it was a documentary or just a clip online somewhere about these like influencers on Instagram and different social media outlets will buy clothes, model them, take a couple photos with them, and then return them. And it's at such an excessive rate that literally the clothes that are being returned are going right into the landfill. Brand new clothing, just so that somebody can look pretty on their Instagram, which is crazy. And it goes so far beyond that. We are now taught that like just flying through things, if it's not new, it's not good enough. And just, things are made very cheaply now, so they don't last as long. And it's just awful, and it's really hurting the environment. So my main goal with doing that is to help the environment. And also when something is made, it is filled with chemicals. So when you bring home a mattress, a pillow, new clothing, flooring, furniture, carpets, you name it, there's off-gassing that happens. And when that happens, it's actually extremely dangerous for our health. The chemicals that they use are directly linked to things like asthma and cancer and mood disorders, and they're disrupting our endocrine system. So there's so many reasons why I thrift. It's not just because it's trendy right now. I've done it for years, but it started off with trying to save money with being a young mom with 4 kids. Buying a brand new wardrobe as my kids were growing wasn't always in the budget. So yeah, thanks, sweet like that. I love your name. I know it's Ray. Hi, Ray. Okay, so I just wanted to show you some of the stuff I got and give you some of my tips. So the first thing I did when I really got into thrifting was I got familiar with prices of things. So I will often look and compare prices at Costco, at Walmart, in flyers, online. I just like to look and see what the going price of something new is, because sometimes thrift stores will overprice things. And like I'm noticing, I'm not gonna lie, I noticed yesterday I went to Value Village and I noticed everything is overpriced right now. I think they're taking advantage of people. Value Village, what are you doing? But I really think that's true because of the lockdown, they're taking advantage. So you just really have to watch. Like I went and looked for some new t-shirts for my boys because they've grown so much. There wasn't really anything great unless you're looking for a really vintage style t-shirt. And vintage, I mean holes and stains and very faded, which is not the look I was going for my children. I can buy a brand new t-shirt, like it's $10 at Value Village. I can buy a brand new t-shirt that's really nice, that will last a couple of years, at Walmart for $7 or $6. So you just have to know your prices. And you have to know your brands too. That's the other thing. And look beyond the surface. So sometimes I'll see things that look kind of dirty, but I know if I take it home and I clean it up really well, that it's gonna clean up wonderfully. And I use Thieves, and I use my my Thieves scrub that I make, which is baking soda. It's a Thieves cleaner and some lemon and purification oil in that, and it literally will take stains out of, like, it'll take rust stains off of metal. It's so strong and it's so natural and non-toxic. It's wonderful. And then looking outside the box, so if I'm looking for, like, I don't know, just fabric that I can turn into curtains or, reupholster something with it, I do that kind of stuff. So the other tip I have is, like, I have gone to pretty much every single thrift store within an hour radius of my house, and I've gotten really familiar with what stores carry what what kind of overturn they have of all of their inventory. And that's the thing, if you've got a place that their inventory never changes, there's no point in going there. If you go to the bigger stores like Value Village or the United Way or places like that that have high traffic, they're constantly turning over product, they're getting a lot of donations. So hitting those stores weekly is really beneficial, but you have to like get in and get out, right? You could spend a lot of time there, but if you know that's what you're going to do, I would say book that time in and go and enjoy yourself. Like, I could spend easily 2 hours at a really good thrift store just looking and thinking. Another tip that I have too is like manifest what you want. You will always find what you want or what you need. So I use Pinterest. I pin everything that I want. I'm going to tell you a story about what happened yesterday with Bella. She has mastered manifestation just from watching Sean and I do it. I was so impressed. So I will go and I'll pin like all these things that I want, furniture, clothing, shoes, like you name it, decor. And I will walk into a thrift store and literally they will have almost exactly, if not better, something that I want. So, and there's always things I'm on the hunt for: wooden objects, baskets, really good shoes, books, like boho design decor, really good serving dishes, pots and pans that are in really good shape, or like cast iron pans, because those are really hard to find. So when I see them, I like grab them if I'm in need of that. And just remembering, like, it's stuff, right? Like, you could go in there and go crazy, but it's a need. It's not always a want. So right now we need clothes because my kids have all gone through growing spurts and they all basically need new wardrobes, and we have not bought clothes for them in probably a good year. Like, it's been a long time. So what I always do is I will pretty much buy all their clothes there. And I feel good about that because I'm able to get a lot for a really good price. And then when they're done with the stuff that they're done with, I'll either donate it to a family in need in our area, which is my number one goal, what I try to do. I actually just sent a massive amount of clothes with a friend of mine who takes it to his home country for families there. So I just gave him a whole bunch of clothes that we were getting rid of. But if not, I will actually take it back to the thrift stores so that we're just constantly overturning that and like giving back. And it's just really great. So with Value Village in particular, you can actually bring in a bag of clothing and they'll give you a coupon for 20% off your next purchase up to $100. So if you buy $100 worth of stuff, you're saving $20, which is awesome. Another tip is when you're looking for clothing in a thrift store, go to the racks where people have like tried something on or they've grabbed it and changed their mind at the last minute and they're returning it. Hey, buddy. Can you go to another room though? You're like on a portable phone. I can't move. I have all this stuff here. I love my kids. I love having them home. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being serious. So people will grab stuff and then they either change their mind or it didn't fit. There's no change rooms right now, so the racks are pretty small for this kind of stuff. However, there are some gems in there that, you know, that's one of the first places I look in a thrift store. Another place that I look is I always look beyond what my actual size is. And I was teaching Bella this yesterday. So if you're like a size 10, go look at 12, 13, 14, 15, sometimes even the smaller sizes, because what happens is they might get put back in the wrong place, or just because the tag says 12, it doesn't always mean it's going to fit like a 12. It could fit like a 10. So I'm always looking beyond my size because the tags lie sometimes on clothes, and different brands size differently. So don't just stick to one section, just look through all the sections. So there's a lot of my tips, okay? And then go often. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff I got. I needed like some tank tops and things. Like I had to get rid of a lot of mine because they're so old. I wear clothes until they're like run into the ground. So I'll find things like this, like tank tops for $3.49. That's great. I found a t-shirt, $3.49. I found, Bella got a whole bunch of stuff. I found really cute shorts, and there wasn't much, I'm not gonna lie, there wasn't much, but these are a little bit more than I would have spent. They were $9.49, but I thought they were really cute. And then I got these. I don't know who's gonna wear them, but one of my boys will wear them, and I just thought they were really cool. Those are $5.99. So stuff like that's really good. I also saw this belt. I'm not actually gonna wear as a belt, but it is, I believe it's actually like genuine leather. It's really good. So I'm not gonna wear it like a belt, but this is something it was $6.49, and it's typically something I will use to make like a plant holder, or I have to make curtain rod holders in the trailer. So I thought something like that with just a wooden dowel through for a curtain rod would be really pretty. And to buy something like this online would be probably 5 times the price that I paid. Also belts are really good there if you can find some that fit. I thought that was really pretty, but I'm not actually going to use it as a belt. Again, it's either going to be a pull for a drawer, see how nice that looks, or it's going to be a curtain rod holder. So those are ideas that I got on Pinterest. So it's stuff I just needed to do in the trailer. And then I love baskets. So here's the other thing. You want to make sure you clean things really, really well. I have heard of people, I've never experienced this, but I've heard of people bringing stuff home and they found bugs in them. So, and I know people get really grossed out by thrifting. You just have to be like cautious and make sure you clean everything well. So when I bring this home, if it's winter time, I will put it in the bathtub. If it's summer like it is now, I do this outside. So all the baskets I got, I sprayed them down with a hose. And I just checked in just all the little crevices to make sure that it was clean and it was good. And then I take my thieves cleaner and I saturate it, which will clean it even deeper. And then you can wipe it with a cloth or just let it dry in the sun, and the sun naturally deodorizes too. So this basket, I don't love it with a handle. However, I was looking at it really closely yesterday at the thrift store, and I noticed that these were really thin and easy to break. So if I do this right, I will be able to pull out the handle and then have a really beautiful basket. And I love that it's got just a little bit of color here. So this is gonna look nice on a wall as a basket wall, either as a gift for somebody, or I just switch up my basket walls in my house all the time. Okay, and then I found this. This was awesome. I have been thinking about getting a big basket for our mudroom because we have so many shoes back there, and we literally have 3 different containers that we keep them in. The kids just throw their like Crocs, their sandals, their running shoes in them, and it just like kind of keeps them in the corner, and they're easy to grab, but it looks messy. So I found this. Look at this. This was $7.99. Look at how big and gorgeous that is. So I sprayed that down, sprayed it with thieves really well. It had so much Lego stuck in the bottom of it because I think it was a Lego holder, but $8, come on. Okay, this is the story I wanted to share with you though about manifestation. Go back and watch my live from, I don't know when I did it, last week. Anyways, about you can literally have anything you want. So I'm teaching my kids this and they're doing it. Bella literally manifested a brand new iPhone for free. No joke. It was crazy. So yesterday we're in the store and she says, I really want to get some black Converse. So if I can find some and they have it, can I get them? And I was like, 100% yes. Like if you can find those, great. So we turn the corner and she goes, like, she's like, oh yeah, this is my size. Okay, so she's like an 8.5. And she goes to the 8.5 section. And what do you think she found? Black Converse. Like this girl, I'm like, she's definitely my child. I was so proud in that moment. So look at these. They are a little bit dirty, but that recipe that I just told you guys, I'm going to share it in my stories, that the recipe that I told you about the scrub, that's going to get that looking brand spanking new. And then we clean them really well. So a lot of people get grossed out about buying shoes, and yes, you have to be careful, but you have to clean them properly. So if you clean them really well with some soap and water inside and out, and then use some thieves cleaner, that's just going to get rid of all the gunk. We're going to shine all this up and make it look brand new again. But like that, that was amazing. She totally manifested that. So this is what we said on the way there. I said, Belle, we're going to get there and we're going to go right in. We're not gonna wait. We are gonna find everything that we want at the price that we want, and we're gonna just have so much fun, and it's gonna be awesome. Do you believe that? And she's like, yes, I believe that. So there was a bit of a lineup, which I kind of expected because it was the first day. Everything was open. We waited less than 10 minutes. We went in, the store was not busy at all. All the shelves were fully stocked. I found lots of great things. Not everything I wanted, but you take that chance. But I think when you can like walk in confidently into any situation and feel really good about, I believe this is going to be my truth, I believe this is going to happen, and you're very clear on your vision and what your goal is, even for something like you know, might seem tiny to you, that's a big deal in her world to find. And they were $5.99. $5.99. That's amazing, and that can happen with you too. You could even do this with parking spots. You can do this when you're standing in line. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. So anyways, I just like sharing what we got, and there's some of my tips. So if you have any tips, don't take people that slow you down either, because he'll just like stand there. I go, listen, if you're gonna come with me, I need you to help me. He's like, but I don't know. I'm like, you should know by now what to do.
You're talking about shopping? Yes. No way.
Anyways, I hope this was helpful. And I would say to you guys, if you've never tried a thrift store, don't be afraid to. I'm not going to share with you the best ones in my area because I'm being selfish and I don't want you to know where they are. Just go and look and go and find them. But always look outside of what the actual intention is of what the item is, because you might actually be pleasantly surprised and find some things that are really good. Like you might find pieces of furniture that you can paint and reupholster, or you know, like wooden shelves that you can sand down. Like I've gotten here on the shelf, those wooden bowls. I have those ones. I left that color, but in another room I have another stack, and I sanded them down, and it just changed the color of the wood from something really dark that wasn't really my style. And it took me like, I don't know, 15 minutes to sand them down with just a piece of sandpaper. And they were like $1.99. And I've seen them in designer stores for very, very expensive, with a very expensive price tag, and you just never know. So anyways, rugs are good too. What else? I don't know. Just anything. Just go in there, and you just never know. Go often. If you guys find stuff at a thrift store, share it in your stories and tag me like every single time. I get so excited to see what other people find, and it's so inspiring. So I hope this was enjoyable for you, and I'm going to go wash these clothes. A tip, when they wash clothes at thrift stores, they use a lot of chemicals and they stink. So, which is good, because I'd rather smell the fabric softener than the smoke or wherever they're coming from. But it's really important that you deep clean them. So I have a detoxification cleansing soak that you can do with Young Living products that you can do with any of your clothes. It's good to do it a couple times a year just to get all the sweat and the dead skin and the chemicals and things out of your clothes. But it's especially important to do that with brand new clothing that you bring home from thrift stores, or from even if they're brand new, because they are sprayed with chemicals. But you can do this deep cleaning soak, and with just a few things from Young Living, and it's awesome. So I'll share all of that in my stories today, and then you can screenshot that and save it. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and it is convention week for us in Young Living. I am so stinking excited. I hope you guys all got your tickets. It starts on Wednesday, goes till Saturday. And I'm really excited about Saturday, because you may see a familiar face. So anyways, I hope you enjoy what I have to say, and you're having a great day.